It was a chilly autumn evening when my friends and I decided to embark on a journey into the heart of rural Japan. We had heard whispers of an abandoned shrine deep within the dense, foreboding forest that surrounded our small village. The shrine was said to be cursed, a place where the veil between the living and the dead was thin, and where malevolent spirits roamed freely. As we gathered around the flickering light of a campfire, our excitement mixed with unease. My friends, Hiroshi, Yuki, and Ameko, had heard the legends too. The stories passed down through generations of those who dared to enter the shrine never returning, or returning as changed, haunted souls. The locals avoided the area, treating it with a fearful reverence, but curiosity got the better of us. We were young, foolish, and hungry for adventure. We decided to investigate the shrine and uncover its secrets once and for all. We set out the next morning, hiking through the dense woods, the leaves crunching beneath our feet as we followed a faint trail that led us deeper into the wilderness. The forest seemed to close in around us, the ancient trees bearing witness to our journey. After hours of walking, we finally stumbled upon it, the forbidden shrine. It stood alone, weathered and decrepit, hidden beneath a canopy of overgrown branches and moss-covered stones. The air around us felt heavy, as if the forest itself held its breath, awaiting our next move. As we cautiously approached the shrine, a feeling of dread washed over me. The wooden gates creaked open with a spine-chilling groan, revealing an eerie courtyard. The shrine was small, its roof sagging, and its paint long faded. The ancient stones that formed its base were covered in vines, and the silence was deafening. Emiko, the most daring among us, was the first to step onto the unholy grounds. She moved toward the main hall, her footsteps echoing ominously. The rest of us followed reluctantly, our hearts pounding as we crossed the threshold. Inside the main hall, we discovered a dilapidated altar, its offerings of long-forgotten prayers and offerings strewn across the floor. The air was thick with the scent of incense, as if time had stopped here and the spirits of the past still lingered. We dared not touch anything, for fear of invoking the wrath of the shrine's guardians. As we explored further, we stumbled upon a hidden chamber at the back of the shrine. Its entrance was concealed behind a tattered curtain, and the room beyond was shrouded in darkness. Hiroshi lit a lantern, and its feeble glow revealed a scene that sent shivers down our spines. In the center of the chamber was a life-sized doll, its porcelain face cracked and disfigured. Its kimono, once vibrant, was now tattered and stained with age. The doll's eyes seemed to follow us as we entered, and a cold breeze sent a chill through the room. Yuki, always the most superstitious of us, warned us to leave. "This place is cursed," he whispered, his voice quivering. But our curiosity had the better of us, and we continued to examine the doll and the room that held it. As we inspected the doll, we noticed a small, weathered diary tucked beneath it. Emiko gingerly picked it up, her hands trembling as she opened it to reveal pages filled with faded, handwritten text. It appeared to be the diary of a young girl who had lived in the village centuries ago. The diary entries spoke of loneliness, isolation, and a growing obsession with the shrine. The girl had believed that the shrine was inhabited by a malevolent spirit, one that demanded offerings of blood and souls. She wrote of strange occurrences, of hearing whispers in the night, and of seeing shadowy figures that danced at the shrine's entrance. As we read on, the diary entries grew darker, detailing the girl's descent into madness. She spoke of making a terrible pact with the spirit of the shrine, offering her own soul in exchange for power and revenge against those who had wronged her. The final entry sent a chill down our spines. It read, "I am no longer alone. The spirit of the shrine has taken me as its vessel. It hungers for more souls, and I am its instrument of death." Just as we finished reading, a gust of wind extinguished our lantern, plunging us into total darkness. Panic set in, and we fumbled to relight the lantern, but before we could, a bone-chilling voice echoed through the chamber. "You have trespassed upon sacred ground," it hissed, the voice coming from all around us, yet nowhere at once. In the dim light of the lantern, we saw her, the vengeful spirit of the young girl. She floated before us, her eyes hollow and her kimono swirling like smoke. Her presence filled the room with an otherworldly dread. "You have uncovered my story," she continued, her voice dripping with malice. "You have trespassed upon the shrine, and now you must pay the price." Terrified, we tried to flee, but an invisible force held us in place, rendering us helpless before the vengeful spirit. She told us of her curse, of how she had become a vessel for the malevolent spirit that inhabited the shrine, and how it hungered for souls to consume. "Each of you shall become a vessel for the shrine's hunger," she declared, her eyes narrowing. "Your souls will be forever bound to this place, just as mine has been." Desperation consumed us as we realized the gravity of our situation. We begged for mercy, for a chance to escape this cursed fate, but the vengeful spirit was unyielding, and with a wicked grin, she began to recite an incantation, sealing our fate. As the incantation reached its climax, an agonizing pain tore through us, and our vision blurred. It felt as though our very souls were being torn from our bodies, bound to the shrine's malevolent hunger. When the pain finally subsided, we found ourselves in a state of torment. We were no longer fully alive, yet we were not dead. Our bodies were trapped within the shrine, our souls forever tethered to the vengeful spirit's insatiable hunger. Days turned into weeks and weeks into years. We watched as the world outside continued on without us, while we remained prisoners of the shrine, unable to move or escape. We were doomed to an eternity of suffering, our only company the malevolent spirit who had ensnared us. Our voices had been silenced, our bodies frozen in a perpetual state of torment. We had become part of the shrine's dark history, a cautionary tale for those who dared to seek its secrets. If you ever hear whispers of the forbidden shrine hidden deep within the heart of a Japanese forest, heed my warning and stay far away. Do not let curiosity lead you to its cursed grounds, for once you enter, there is no escape from the malevolent spirit that dwells within. For we, the foolish explorers who dared to uncover its secrets, are now prisoners of the shrine, forever bound to its insatiable hunger. Our souls are but a whisper in the wind, a cautionary tale to those who dared to tread where we did. May our story serve as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left untouched, some legends best left unexplored, and some curses best left unawakened.